How do you feel about the racial divide in America at this moment?
Yeah, if you're speaking about what happened about the young man down in Mississippi, Nolan Wells, as far as they found his body and his friends, in the water, you know, that's a travesty. That's a travesty. And what a lot of blacks fail to realize is that if you prepare your kids mentally and educate them on the dynamics of America and how white America has always been, and innately that nature is still inside their children even today, maybe the brother Nolan Wells would have still been around. Um, we've been divided since the beginning of time. When you read the Bible, you can read the Bible in the book of Genesis, the 25th chapter. It tells you about Esau and Jacob. One shall be stronger than the other. One came out with melanin and one came out with non-melanin. So it's been a racial divide since the beginning of time. There was also fighting, in Rebecca's womb as well, too. When you go back and when you read the Bible, it tells you about that. But here's the thing right here. And here's what a lot of blacks and Latinos don't understand when we're speaking about the Bible. The Bible, they actually taught you that the Bible was written by them, European colonists, the parishioners that came over here, the missionaries that came over here and stole this land. But on the contrary, actually, the Bible was actually written by black men. All the prophets in the Bible were black men. Tells you that. Jeremiah, 14th chapter. He describes the whole nation of Israel and the real Jews, 14:2. Solomon, King Solomon, describes himself as being a black king. Songs of Solomon, it tells you that. 1:5 and 1:6. Even Jeremiah, when he was lamenting for the Israelites, it tells you what color the real Jews was. And you want to know something also, even King David tells you his color as well too. And contrary to belief also, even Christ himself, John the Revelator, 1:13, it gives you the color of Christ as well too. So a lot of our people don't understand that our history actually lies in the Bible. When it talks about, the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, that whole chapter aligns with our history, from the beginning, our slavery in Egypt, okay, and through all up into America as well too. When you read the book of Genesis 28 and 68, it tells you how we was going to come over here on cargo slave ships. That's history that's never taught in school. And that's something that can never be explained as well too. But at the same time also, you have white Americans, that also try to hide this history from us. They try to hide this history. They don't teach it in the learning institutions as well also.